back to Mira's Maze. It's Mira, and as always, I am back with another review, honey. I got my notes, we got our show, and I'm gonna dive right into Carlos King's messiest masterpiece, Love and Marriage Huntsville, honey. We just gonna get right into it. So the opening scene, we see the future location of Scott's manor, and we have the brothers there and they're talking, and it doesn't get interesting until they get to talking about Tisha and Kimmy's one-sided beef, honey. Because as we know, Tisha has these issues with Kimmy regarding Mel, and it has been a thing, honey. And Marceau says something that really kind of stuck with me, and it made a whole lot of sense. You know, he said that Tisha reminds him of Martell in the way she responds to things, and I 100% agree. If those two aren't one and the same in the sense that they can never see their wrongs, even though they can see everyone else's, and just the way that they argue in general, he was right on the money with that, to me, in my opinion. So next we go to Mel and Destiny. I just love Mel and Destiny. I love their friendship. I'm hoping that they remain friends throughout the duration of this season, because I've seen some questionable things in the trailer and I'm like, say it ain't so. But anyway, they're cool right now and at this moment. And you know, they're toasting to new normals and the good life, honey. And as it turns out, Destiny has a whole lot of new normals, honey. She's been talking to Kimmy, so they're starting to get along. And you know, Mel is happy to hear it. You know, she's like, I honestly think y'all are a lot more alike than y'all think. And you know, I think that y'all will have a good friendship. Additionally, honey, we learned that Destiny is newly divorced, honey, and that's real new, and that's real not normal.
I didn't tell you that I was officially divorced.
So Destiny goes ahead and drops that bomb, and Mel is just shocked. And then she's also surprised that Destiny would choose to go through that alone, especially but what Mel's going through. You know, she's like, we could have been there for each other. This could have been a moment for us.
Girl, when was this?
Almost a month.
A month? That's not cool.
Listen, I wanted to be there for you in your moment and not make it about me and my mom.
And Destiny's just like, you know, she just needed to go through that by herself. You know, we have some little flashbacks to some of the things that people were saying and all the questions that there always was regarding her sketchy ass husband, honey. And basically she says, you know, well, maybe I should have brought everybody in on what was going on and made them privy, because now everybody has these questions and I done moved on from it, and then I got to relive the past, because this is the past to me. We a whole month in. So Mel is just shocked. So we move on and we see Kimma. I cannot get these people's name right today. We see Kimmy go visit Marceau, and apparently she has been like meal prepping for him and just helping out while Tisha has been going through like her school stuff. And you know, that's really nice. You know, even though her and Tisha ain't seeing eye to eye, she's still looking out for brother-in-law, you know, and I think that's real cool, because he would just starve. He would just starve if it was up to me. But anyway, he takes that opportunity to go ahead and ask Kimmy for her help to plan a surprise party for Letitia, and she's like, what? No, she's taken aback. Like, all the dirt that has been thrown on my names, the things that have been said, the way I've been attacked, you think I want to help surprise her with anything? I want her to surprise me with an apology, honey. But ultimately, she comes around to it. You know, she's like, well, why can't you call Miss Wanda? He says she's gonna be out of town. And Kimmy was like, well, how do you know she's gonna be out of town? He said, because that's when I'm throwing it, while she's out of town. It's intentional as hell.
I think you should call Wanda.
She's gonna be out of town.
How do you know that?
Well,
when are you having it?
It's the day she's out of town.
And I'm like, he is hilarious without even trying to be to me. And whenever he throws his jabs at Wanda, he is really in his bag. So I'm here for that. So ultimately, she ends up agreeing to cook and ending up helping out. And you know, Kimmy always takes the route of the bigger person, so it comes as no surprise. I like Kimmy. So Martell meets up with Destiny, honey, and I do not know why Destiny continues to even have a friendship with this fool. Like, Martell is a complete fool, and every chance he gets, he's gonna show his ass, honey. As soon as you don't agree with him or you say something he don't like, he gets catty, honey. Woo, Child, he's feisty. So they get to talking about the picture. You know, we all know the post that he made on Instagram when he was dropping this little girl off at school. And that was the first time we really saw him publicly go ahead and claim his little son. And, you know, Destiny questions him about it. He's like, I can't claim my kids now. And it's like, well, now you want to claim your kids? Like, last I checked, honey, you was getting mad at anybody who brought up this son. And now you claiming him. Like, okay, we didn't know he was claiming him today. We didn't know that was what was going on, you know. Now we know. Sorry, Martell, now we know. So they get to talk, and then he comes with these products that he's trying to get Destiny to sell in the store without having paperwork, without the signatures that's needed, like just real lots, like foolish. Like, and even Destiny was like, okay, I'm starting to see, like, obviously he was the bronze and Mel must have been the brains, because for you to come at me like this without show shit together is real questionable to me. She's not going. Like, she's like, come back with the proper paperwork. And of course, because she called him out and he was a little salty, he had to throw in a little jab, because obviously he's privy to the information about divorce. So, you know, he brings it up. So he says, you know, I've been doing this for 12 years, you know, I know a thing or two about marriage. And she's like, well, I know that 12 years worth of marriage is a lot of work, but it's also hard to juggle 2 relationships in 12 years. And woo, that was a message, honey. And Marcel was not feeling it. He says, see that right there? That's why you getting divorced, because of that mouth right there. And he says, you know, you and Mel, y'all got that in common. That's why she's getting divorced.
See, that's why y'all ass getting a damn divorce right now, because of your mouth. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Mel and I got a divorce, because of her mouth. Y'all too much alike.
No. She's getting divorced because you a lying, cheating bastard. That's why she's getting a divorce. It ain't got nothing to do with her mouth, honey. So he said, Destiny said, yeah, we just too much women for y'all. And he said, nah, that's why y'all gonna be single. Boy, I'd rather be single than have to deal with anything like a Martell, honey. Anything. I will be single any day, honey. And kid free, because I want to have all them kids by him. So next we see Mel talking to Mr. 47 Acres, honey. I'm so tired of hearing about this 47 Acres. Like, somebody get it together, somebody get it up and going so we can let that go, because now even hearing 47 Acres just triggers something in me right now. But they get to talking about it, and Mel don't know, like, she wants to move forward with it, but she just don't want no mess, because we know Mr. Martell, Messy Martell, is so all about these 47 acres. So she is just, you know, she's taking them back. She don't know. She's, you know, putting it on ice for a minute, because she needs everything straightened out so the drama don't come back to her. So next is finally the day of the surprise, which we learned Tisha pretty much already had found out about. So it wasn't really a surprise, but it was a nice celebration. And hey, Marceau trying to do something nice. You can't be mad at it. So Kiki, honey, Tisha's cousin. I'm glad Tisha finally got somebody that's gonna be a ride or die and willing to die with her ass, because that's what the cousin is doing. Just it's giving me she's just as, you know, a little slow as her cousin, because the way she's coming at Kimmy about not having Tisha's back at the reunion was just so silly to me. She's like, y'all had 2 different answers. Yeah, that's because Kimmy wasn't lying. She gave the honest answer. She's like, so basically you wanted me to lie with your cousin, and then that would have been me having her back. Like, okay. So they talking about Mel, and you know, Mel's like over there like, yeah, there go my name again. But Mel is just always so unbothered to me, always just doing her own thing. Just, I love it, because that's all you can do, because it seems like she's just always gonna be at the topic of conversation. So it was good to see her and Tisha actually getting along. You know, we saw them patch it up at the end of last season, and I wasn't sure how far that was gonna go or if it was gonna stick, but seemingly everyone is pretty good right now, with the exception of Kimmy and Tisha, and they are kind of piecing it together by the end of the surprise party. So right now it looks like everybody's at an even playing ground. We got a clean slate. Everybody's gonna be cool right now. Emphasis on the right now. heavy on the right now, just in this moment. So it also was hilarious at this party that Marceau was getting called out because he has to defend his comments that he made about being on the other side of the tracks. And he's like, no, I didn't mean it like that. I done lived in the car before. It's like, I was on the worst side of the tracks. He just had to backpedal a little bit, because he was in a corner, because he know what he said, he know what he meant, and he know that's not what he meant, but we gonna move forward. So he said, just when I thought there is no Miss Wanda, here's her presence.
Just when you thought there was no Miss Wanda, here's her presence. Wanda's minions.
And I was just weak. Like, him and Miss Wanda just don't see it for each other, and it's always gonna be funny anytime he has something to say about her and vice versa. So this was definitely a good first episode. We got some tea, we got the little remarks that we always gonna get, the messiness. I just love this show, and I'm excited because the trailer had me very ready for this season. I know it's gonna be good. So y'all make sure y'all like, comment down below, and of course subscribe, and I will see y'all next week for the second episode.